Ladies and gentlemen, across the highways of India, something sacred is unfolding. Lakhs of Kanwariyas are walking with soaked clothes, cracked heels, and the sound of Har Har Mahadev echoing through the air. They are not tourists, they are not protesters, they are pilgrims. They don't demand headlines, they don't ask for luxury, they only ask for dignity. And yet this week, glass was scattered on their route in Delhi to target them. An FIR had to be filed after some people scattered shards of glass on a kilometer-long stretch. In Muzaffarnagar, a man spat on a devotee's cover. In Ghaziabad, a speeding car broke through the procession and injured 3 Kanwariyas. These are not random incidents, these are warnings. These are reminders of how the most sacred, peaceful expression of devotion is being poked, prodded, and provoked. And it's being stereotyped. And what is the outrage directed at? Not at those throwing glass, not at those insulting rituals, but at a QR code. Yes, a QR code. The UP government said that food vendors on the Kanwar route should display a simple sticker showing their name and identity. Not because of hate, not because of profiling, but because lakhs of devotees are fasting and following strict dietary rules. And they deserve to know who is serving them food. What's wrong with it? That's it. That's the story. But the usual suspects, they went running to court. They claim privacy is under threat. They claim the community is being targeted. Where was this justification when halal certification quickly expanded into halal cosmetics, halal chocolates, halal flour, halal beverages, even the demand for halal cement and halal toothpaste? Where was this sudden love for privacy when lakhs of rupees are charged by private bodies to issue halal tags that affect what 85% of India eats? When lipstick gets a halal label, no one blinks. But when a QR code shows who made you a roti during a fast, it suddenly becomes extremely dangerous. You see, the problem is not the sticker, the problem is saffron. The problem for some people is Hinduism. The problem is Sanatan, the problem is chants of Har Har Mahadev echoing louder than the elite's silence. The problem is that this yatra does not need sponsors, banners, or celebrity endorsements. It needs no marketing. It moves on grit, on belief, on centuries of uninterrupted memory. It is India's living heritage, and some people cannot stomach that. These are the same people who claim to speak for harmony but never show up when glass is thrown on barefoot Hindu pilgrims. Yes, I will emphasize Hindu pilgrims. When a Kanwariya is hit, they disappear. But they hold press conferences when a QR code is pasted. But this is not about QR codes. This is fighting the idea of civilization, of India's civilisational history, of Hindu civilization, a civilization that cannot be broken. They are fighting Hinduism, a religion that outlives every attack, every insult, and every invasion. These are woke people. These are anti-Hindu woke people. Pseudo-secular, anti-Hindu woke people, but they will fail. Let them try, let them file their petitions, let them shout from the rooftops, because when the dust settles, and it always does, Sanatan stands with his head held high, because this civilization was not built in conference rooms. It was built on footpaths, on riverbanks, on chants and silence, on discipline and tapasya. You cannot fight Sanatan. You cannot shake what is rooted deeper than any fear, louder than any opposition, and older than every ideology that is trying to erase it.